1,000. I don't bring this number up, the number of people who've died of COVID since the beginning of the pandemic, to make us sad, so much as to remind us all of how important it is to store and preserve the memories of our loved ones while they're still here. The current landscape for storing and preserving these memories is somewhat limited. We can store them physically, but as we all know, with those ephemeral memories comes the fragility of time. The memories can fade, the photos can wrinkle, and the stories eventually can get lost. There's some digital platforms that try and help a space like Ancestry, but that's really more focused on remembering your family's immigration stories or finding connections genealogically. You can store it on a space like Dropbox, but that lacks the sort of user interface that really makes a space feel sentimental. And this is where Immorta comes in. Immorta at its core is a space to share stories and to hold them close forever. I describe it as part social media and part digital scrapbook. It's a space where you can store media in all of its forms, from photos to videos, your grandma's recipe for chocolate cake, and everything else you could think of. We really are trying to make it as the user interface as interactive and useful as possible so that everybody finds a space to store their family memories. It's designed around a celestial theme, with the idea that loved ones are stars in your sky. You can connect them into family groups called constellations. This idea is important to us because we think that your loved ones and your families aren't just your blood, it's also the people who are connected to you through other forms. You can connect these constellations together and form up your sky. The right-hand side would show you an example of what your feed could look like, so it could show you featured stars from your sky, people in your community who you care about. You're not going to be bombarded with the political content that you find on Facebook. You're not going to be bombarded with the sponsored content. You're just going to be shown your memories and reminded of why you care about the people you love. Our pricing strategy is a freemium model, so we want to give everybody a taste of the kinds of preservation they could have. So you'll have a little bit of storage for text and photos and only one template, so you can see if it works for you. And if you want to have more customization available, we have a middle tier. And so you'll have more access for photo storage, you'll have more customization available in terms of the layout of the pages. So if you have more photos versus text, you can change it. And if you don't want to do any of the work of digitization yourself, we can offer that as well. So we are willing to, for a fee of price per photo, digitize your photos, digitize your videos. If you have old VHS tapes stored in your garage, we'll do that too. Anything that you might want to remember from your loved ones. And so the family memory or genealogy market is sort of the closest analog that we could find, and that is rapidly growing, anticipated growth from 3.5 billion today to 8.7 in 2030. And it's specifically that sort of family memory niche that Immorta wants to fill. So in a space like Storyworth is, if you're familiar with that platform. So a little bit about our financial plan. Our aim is to hit $7 million in profit by fiscal year 5. So we're looking for $100,000 in exchange for 10% equity in the business. We're really in the sort of depths of development right now. So we actually are, as was mentioned, a team from the GW New Venture Competition. We're so supported by the GW Innovation Department. And we won the Business to Consumer track in April. And this summer, we've been really working on honing in our software specification requirements and are now in the sort of depths of development and wireframing. Our goal is to do beta testing in November with a hard launch by the end of the year. So a tiny bit about me. My name is Sonia Schmidt. Like I said, I am a law student at GW right now, and I won the B2C track of the GW New Venture Competition. My business partner, his name is Devin Geib. He's a consultant at the Boston Consulting Group, and he's the mind behind the financial models. And so really we're here today because we care about preserving your family memories. You know, just like I care about telling stories as a law student, I care even more about telling them for the rest of us and preserving them for the years to come.